Good morning, folks. Nick here again, and welcome back to the garden. Today we're going to be focusing on some activities we can do in November that'll help us next year in the food forest. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the temperate plants that really should be going into the ground now. That way the roots have several months to get ready for the hot, dry spring that we typically have here in Central Florida and North Florida. April usually is the month with the least amount of rainfall, or one of the top 2 or 3 months on being dry like that. And May is also pretty dry because the monsoon rains don't really come until June. So the combination of heat and pretty dry in May and very dry and warming up a lot in April, that makes those 2 months back to back a really tough month for plants to get through. That's the most challenging time of the year, in my opinion, in Central Florida and North Florida. So to give your temperate plants, your temperate perennials, a good head start so that the root system is more established and they're more ready to take that on, and that means you don't have to water as much, the best time to get those in the ground is November, October, November, December, towards the end of October, because October is usually pretty hot still here. But November is the best month of all. So with that said, let's just walk around the food forest and we'll talk about some of the temperate plants that we are planting and have planted, and which make excellent candidates for Central and North Florida, and points beyond up into the southeast for many of these. All right, let's just walk around and take a look at what we've got. We've got Fakahatchee grass. We've got the native winged sumac. That's a very good one. Non-native but excellent plant, the loquat. Blueberries. These happen to be rabbit eye blueberries. They're a little less fussy than the southern high bush, but whatever you pick on the blueberries, they need to be low chill hour types. This is the Mediterranean bay laurel. And here we have Mrs. Schiller's Delight, Walter's viburnum. Not edible, but great for the pollinators. Coontie, native Florida cycad, the only native Florida cycad, Coontie. Let's just keep going. Pink muhly grass, American beautyberry. I'm just going to pass by the ones that we've already mentioned. This is a native Florida red mulberry, excellent choice. This is really more of a tropical plant, but it will benefit from getting the roots to grow this time of year between now and spring, and that's Mysore raspberry. Low chill hour plum tree. Let's keep going. Saw palmetto, ubiquitous native in Florida. Thornless prickly pear. Got some bigger ones than that around. There's some thornless blackberries. Low chill hour again. Let's keep going here. What else have we not named so far? Fig trees are always good to get in the ground in the fall. You can plant figs in the spring though as well. They can be planted in the ground, but because that's when they want to grow, really. But you'll need to water them. Let's see what else we got here. This is your regular native blackberry, native Florida blackberry with thorns. Let's keep going. Let's see, we've got, in this case, it's chestnut. This is the Dunstan chestnut, developed in Alachua, Florida. It's a cross between a Chinese chestnut and the American chestnut. And then we've got jujube. And again, you want some low chill hour jujubes. That's what we've got here. Saltbush, just regular native saltbush. Wax myrtle, I just did a video on wax myrtle. Excellent plant, wonderful plant to have in your food forest. Okay, let's keep moving along here and see what else we can find. Some of these are, a lot of these I'm passing now we've already mentioned. Yopon holly, there's a good one. Excellent temperate perennial for your Central Florida and North Florida food forest. This, by the way, is goldenrod, and it'll hopefully reseed. That's what we're looking for with this. Okay, this is bee balm. Okay, spotted bee balm, horse mint it's also called. And again, we're hoping it self-seeds, but it is a perennial, so it'll come back. Let's keep going. This is pineapple guava, Fajoya, and even though it is a guava, it's not as tropical as the other guavas. It's a little more temperate. Good time to get it in the ground. This is ever-bearing mulberry. And they do have tropical characteristics. My understanding, that's a hybrid between a white mulberry and tropical mulberries. So it's got tropical characteristics, but still, you could plant it in the fall. It's not a bad idea. And let's keep going and see what else we've got here. This is coral bean, native Florida nitrogen fixing shrub. When it gets cold enough, it's going to drop all these leaves. It's not evergreen, but it's an excellent Florida shrub. Beautiful flowers on that. And we've already mentioned the sumac. Tropical sage. This is a wonderful native Florida plant. It's still got some flowers, but at times this thing is just gorgeous with profuse showing of red flowers. Let's see what else we can find. Some more plums. Oh yes, right over here. Right here, we've got elderberries. Yeah, they'd be great. They need a lot of water. Elderberries love water, so again, it's so hot and dry in the spring, it's a good idea to go ahead and get them in the ground in the fall, if you can. Did we mention the Japanese persimmons? I don't think we did we? This one's gone dormant. Leaves have all changed on it. But it's going to be able to send all that energy down into the roots now and be ready for next spring. We've got a line of 3 peaches right through here. 1, 2, 3. Peaches are great to get in the ground now. They'll give them a chance to get their roots down. This is looking kind of rough. It was looking that way when we bought it, but look a little better down here. This is the American persimmon, and it'll probably be fine. We'll see what happens. Okay, now we've got a lot of tropicals in this area because it's right up against the house. Let's see if there's any temperate plants in here. I'm seeing a lot of tropical stuff. And some more fakahatchee grass there. And of course persimmon there, Japanese persimmon. And okay, this is a tree called cherry of the Rio Grande. Comes from Brazil. You might think it's tropical because it comes from Brazil. It's really warm temperate. It's another tree that you could put it in the ground in the fall and it'll be great. It'll help it for spring. There's another cherry of the Rio Grande there. Another loquat. Anything over here? Yeah, there's. This is actually more of a tropical tree, but it wouldn't hurt to put it in the ground now. It's an evergreen, and that's Suriname cherry. And let's keep going here. This is regular Mediterranean oregano, garlic chives. There's native ground cover, sunshine mimosa. I'm seeing a lot of tropicals in here. Oh, here's a good one. Rosemary, wonderful shrub, very drought tolerant. I'll be planting out a bunch of rosemaries, a lot more than we could ever eat, but it's just a great plant. And let's keep going. This is frog fruit, native ground cover. I actually have started a bunch of frog fruit cuttings in the greenhouse over here, and because I want those cuttings to get well rooted before I plant in the spring. In the spring is when frog fruit really wants to take off and grow hard, grow fast. So this is not so much about frog fruit, this video. This is Simpson stopper. This is a Florida, is it a perennial or is it a tropical? You know, it's at least warm tropical, if not tropical. And but again, it just from the water stress, it's not a bad idea to get that in the ground in November. So yeah, there's some tropicals in here, pineapple there, and some others. I think I might have touched on just about, you know, most of them. Aloe vera, not a bad idea to get it in the ground now. Even though it is a succulent, it kind of needs more water than a lot of the succulents, so it would handle next spring a lot easier if you put it in the ground now. That's a pretty good rundown. I suspect I might have missed a few, but that's a pretty good list of excellent perennial plants for Central and North Florida. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, until next time, friends, y'all take care now and happy gardening.